Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, for Denver, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. When we talk about Jason Kidd, Shaq, here is a guy who, as a point guard, was often called a coach on the floor. How's that translated to being the actual head coach in the NBA?
Well, it's all about leadership, Ernie. There's a substantial amount of information that says leaders were either born or they're developed. So this guy, I think he's both. You know, he's a great leader. Guys love him. They love playing for him. He's going to do a fabulous job in Milwaukee.
What kind of a player was he to play against?
Very tenacious, made his players better. The great John Wooden said the true definition of a great player is one that makes his players around him better. Jason Kidd did that year in and year out.
You can't give me enough John Wooden quotes. Loving that. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
We are live in Denver, Colorado, the hometown for the Nuggets for an Eastern versus Western Conference matchup right here. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Tip-off goes to Denver. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Carter Williams is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Pachulia. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Dudley in at the four-man position. Now here is Ford.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those. Chris Middleton in his second NBA season starting for the Milwaukee Bucks and providing some much-needed perimeter shooting. Former 39th overall pick in 2012, showing he belongs in the NBA.
Pachulia from down in the low post. It goes.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
There's 1:17 left in the first. Lawson dishes to Fareed. Out to Gallinari. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way out. Middleton making the adjustment to NBA three-point range in year two.
Yeah, and that was vital for him, Kevin, because he needed to stretch his range out. He's a smooth offensive player, and he's able to go off the dribble with a nice pull-up, but hasn't developed as a finisher inside, so that three-point shot's important for him.
And so it's Milwaukee now. The Nuggets getting the bucket, and Antetokounmpo gets it to go. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lawson's against Carter Williams. Here's Fareed. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Carter Williams. Kicks to Dudley. Carter Williams with it to the wing right side. Here's Middleton. That one rolling around and rims out.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
A shot by Lawson, wide open. It's all tied in Denver. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, the thing they tried to establish right away was the presence down low. You look at the points in the paint. I think that's been the difference.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Steve, that they're not settling for the outside shots. I mean, go in there and get what you want. Keep attacking the rim.
Ennis with the ball.
Well, when you're the worst team in the league, any game is tough, particularly when you're on the road. It's going to be hard no matter where you play, and that clearly was the case for the Bucks.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Up front, you have Ilyasova and Henson. Ennis out there with Jared Bayless, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3. Now here's Ennis. The feed to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. There's a good screen. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Bucks with the second fewest road wins in the league last year, Steve, with only 5. Every trip seemed like a nightmare.
Yeah, there really wasn't much they could do other than chalk it up as a learning experience. But, what a difficult way to go through the entire season. They've got to do better than 5 wins away from home this year, that's for sure.
And Bayless kicks to Ennis. Now Bayless. Here's Henson. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Back to Hickson. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the Nuggets pick up 2. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ennis.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Nelson kicks to Barton. Back to Nelson. Denver passing it around. Passes it to Barton. Back to Nelson. He dishes it to Harris. The 3. Jameer Nelson. And that's good. Nelson's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Nuggets. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot will not go. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Nuggets lead by 4. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. We're back in a moment. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Bucks trail by 4. They've got Gallinari. Wilson Chandler out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Foy, and it's Lawson in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And he gets it to go.
Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense.
And so here's Denver. Lawson right side. Pass to Gallinari. Randy Foy is on the way. Back to Gallinari. Dishes it to Lawson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And it's Milwaukee's ball. A 2-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo spent most of last season living on his own as the youngest player in the league, but after a long wait, he finally secured visas for his parents and brothers to join him in Milwaukee. Boy, really important to have that support and as he begins to build his new life in the United States.
And for Antetokounmpo, after growing up poor in Greece, really can't bring himself to spend money. I mean, he tries to get by on his per diem, takes hand-me-down furniture from teammates. I mean, really smart to save his money early on in his NBA career.
And the second free throw, good. And everything is a discovery for Antetokounmpo, whether it's new cuisine or new cities. As you mentioned, he's embracing every experience.
And Kevin, he's really an outgoing person. I mean, he even envied his older brother who plays in the D-League because they travel on normal flights where they get to see people in the airport. That truly is a different perspective.
Miles Plumlee's checked in for Pachulia. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Plumlee sets the pick for Carter Williams. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Fareed, no good. The Bucks trail.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
The 3 from Dudley. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Now, here is Ford. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Fareed. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Dudley the pass to Carter Williams. They get a hand on it. Shot clock at 6. And here they go. Goes up, and it's slammed in by Fareed.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close in the game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we'll be back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. Now Nelson on the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Chris Middleton is out there with John Henson. Then it's Ennis. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Bayless in at the 2 spot. The shot by Hickson, no good. And it's the Bucks ball. And Middleton kicks to Bayless. Here's Henson. Takes it off the glass. Henson's got the lead up to 2 now for Milwaukee.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side, working to get a good shot. Unbelievable basket. What a huge height disadvantage. I thought for sure it would be blocked.
Not this fella, Steve. Not at this stage of the game. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way.
Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss. Good. Boy, you don't expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And here's Ennis. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter, and the shot is good.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big, big moment in this game.
Nelson kicks to Chandler. Denver passing it around. Molinari dishes to Nelson. Puts up the baby hook. It's in!
Well, if you like offense, you'll love this game.
Yep, a high-scoring affair. Both squads saving their energy for the offensive end of the floor because they definitely aren't doing anything defensively.
Here's Bayless. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Hickson passes to Chandler. Buries it. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Bayless. It falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that shot sucked the life out of the whole building.
Well, that was a big one, Clark. You could hear it.
Yeah, that was a gut punch right there. These fans, oh, man, they're struggling. Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
.15 seconds left in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your Nuggets, Ty Lawson. Lawson at the line for two.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
The perfect chance, an opportunity to wrap it up, and he couldn't take advantage. We'll see if he lives to regret it.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're behind by 2. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. Plenty of time. If they execute, they should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see him pound it inside and try to get to the rim.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Middleton. No good.
Shooting from Milwaukee. Chris Middleton. Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both shots good from the stripe.
Incredible composure at the line to tie it up and give them a chance to get it to overtime.
Denver calls timeout. The score is tied at 21. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. The dish to Ford. That will count. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Harlan. So the Bucks win the tip, and always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Chris Middleton, Ande DeCumbo out there with Jared Dudley, and it's Michael Carter-Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the center.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless. My goodness, Kyle Lawson has been scintillating.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. They set the pick. Here's Middleton. Yes!
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open three.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 23 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, what's your take?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. Plenty of time. If they execute, they should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see him pound it inside and try to get to the rim.
Three-pointer, Lawson knocks down the 3.
You know, they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Well, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now. They can be very aggressive.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're losing by 1. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first overtime. What do you think, guys?
Well, and you've got the luxury here of running a play, so you want to do something that you're very comfortable with.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, no need to panic whatsoever. I mean, they're in a very good spot right here.
And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Middleton. Oh, off target. Fareed goes in. Yes!
Wow, he sure can make up for that lack of size and height because of his leaping ability.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Clark, what a game.
Yeah, they kept their cool, stayed with the game plan, and that's why they came out on top.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, standing here with Jameer Nelson. And what were the elements, Jameer, that helped contribute to this win?
Collective effort. I mean, we did things together defensively first and foremost, and offensively, we have enough guys to score the ball, and guys are playing together and trusting one another, and that's the big thing for us going forward.
Jameer, thank you as always. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ty Lawson.